build the foundations, get good systems implemented and in place, figure it out, get yourself grounded, become familiar, and slowly over time, things will build and things will come to you.
I'm Maud Leger, and this is the Realtors Conspiracy Podcast, where we crack the code to real estate success. Learn from top realtors, entrepreneurs, and innovators about how to grow your business as we discuss real estate success stories, mindset, processes, motivations, and the key to their success. Check out our podcast episodes every Monday to crack the code to success for your real estate business. This week, I'm speaking with Lisa Sly from the Kate Broddick team. Lisa is all about resetting your mindset for balance and really understanding your strengths and weaknesses as a realtor, knowing what you are good at and how to maximize it to grow your business. If you are getting overwhelmed by the market slowing down right now or not being able to say no in order to achieve that balance, this episode is for you. Let's get to my chat with Lisa. Hi Lisa, thanks for joining us on the episode today. Tell us, what is the key to your success?
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I think the biggest key for my success in this career is recognizing my strengths and weaknesses. It's really big. It takes a lot of self-awareness to do that and just recognize what I am really good at and what I'm not good at, and where that sets me apart and how I could kind of benefit from that and continue to grow in the industry.
I love it. How did you do that work? Like, how did you get that self-awareness about yourself?
I think that just comes over time, really. I have been in this industry for almost 5 years now. And prior to real estate, I was actually a social worker for over a decade. So there's a lot of self-awareness and a lot of self-care and a lot of peeling back those layers in that industry. So I think that just really transferred over for myself, and having the support of our team behind me too, and having kind of the one-on-one coaching, and then we have external coaching, and just really always delving into those icky parts of, what's working and not, what is working, what isn't, sharing the successes and those key things with other teammates, and then also looking to my management or coaches for those tidbits on what's not working for me, and kind of getting some external input. Not being afraid to go and ask, right?
Yeah, that's so amazing to have the support and feel empowered by that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell us, once you found out what you're really good at and what you're not so good at, how did you address it? What did you change in your day-to-day?
Well, the parts that I'm good at, I love information sharing. I think knowledge is power. We developed a mentorship program with our team. So I was one of the first mentors to kind of sign up. I was very eager to kind of jump on that and help the new agents in the field come out and learn, because I didn't really have that support and guidance coming out. I was thrown to the wolves. So I knew from my own experiences what somebody would be facing as challenges. So that was a big one for me. And then for myself, just kind of peeling back the layers and kind of asking for the help, right?
Yeah. So when you are mentoring new realtors or other realtors, because versus being thrown to the wolf, what do you give them for advice? How do you guide them?
With our team, we've kind of developed a full mentorship program. So there's an entire back-end system that the management and Kate has developed. And then they go through kind of the processes of behind the scenes. And then once they get paired up with myself, it's just peeling it back, going from, what do we do with buyers? What do we do with sellers? What do we do with leases, with landlords, investors? And then it's day to day, because our industry is so fluid, right? So you never know what type of situations you might come across. So just being readily available. I might get that 11 p.m. text message from somebody asking me a question. And if I'm awake, I'm there, I'm supporting them, I'm guiding them, and, and letting them know that even when our time together is done, we're still there for them. I'm still there kind of walking them through and helping them and brainstorming. I was in Mexico last week, and I had one of my old, girls kind of call me with some questions. I could sense she was, stressing out about a situation. So I picked up the phone and I called her, and she's like, "You're on vacation." I'm like, "It's okay. Don't worry. I'm here for you. It's okay."
If it energizes you, and
yeah.
help. That's awesome.
It is.
Tell us, what are like 3 key actions that every realtor should be doing?
So for myself, I think self-care is the biggest thing.
Okay.
It's really easy to get caught up in this industry, especially having gone through a pandemic,
Yeah.
a crazy 2 years in real estate beyond belief. I also have young children, lots of lockdowns in Ontario. Self-care was one thing that really got pushed to the side for me. Hence why I just went to Mexico. I needed to just really take that power back for myself, right? And rejuvenate. And I think once you're able to take that power back, you're really able to kind of ground yourself and refocus.
Yeah.
So for me, that's really big, is the self-care and the work-life balance, because it is easy to get caught up with working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. It could consume you, especially in the busyness of the industry. So those, I think, are the biggest things for the success for any real estate agent.
Yeah. So when you think of self-care and work-life balance, what kind of boundaries are you putting in your schedule to support yourself?
For myself, if I have a client message me at 5 a.m., sorry to all of you clients who might be listening, not responding at 5 a.m., even though I'm up, just taking that time and not responding and taking the morning hours for myself.
Yeah.
I've gotten into better habits and better routines of, getting up, not every morning, but 3-4 days a week at an earlier hour, and just having the time to kind of work out and self-reflect, prepare for my day ahead. And even though I see work things flooding in, try to kind of step back and have that balance, and time blocking, family time. And even if people come up and ask to do something or ask me to run an errand, it's very hard to set those boundaries to say, no, I can't do this, or I'm busy. I have other commitments. I have other meetings, right? So
The most difficult part, saying no. Totally get
it
it.
is the most difficult part, because I want to help. I want to always be there for people, for my clients, for colleagues, for friends, whoever it might be. But it is setting those boundaries and really sticking to it, because I'm going to benefit at the end of the day. And if I benefit, my clients, my children, my partner, everyone else around me and in my life will benefit as well.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because a lot of realtor would think I must be available for everyone 24/7. So they're running like life and clients and everything, but you get overwhelmed, you get burnt out with your routine and your time blocks. You're setting everyone for success.
Exactly. Exactly. So it is really important.
Nice. Very cool. What would be the best advice you've ever received in your career as a realtor?
That would be from Kate and Rebecca, actually, on my team.
Yeah.
Very early on, I was very eager and kind of guns a blazing out of the gates. And they both looked at me and said, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes. And that has always stuck with me, just to kind of, build the foundations, get good systems implemented and in place, figure it out, get yourself grounded, become familiar, and slowly over time, things will build and things will come to you, right? Just put the hard work, the dedication, the time, the care, and it will come. And it has. I see it. And I often reflect back to that conversation that we had.
Yeah, so much instant gratification in this world, like wanting to get business right away and growing
Exactly.
right away and having more listings right away. But I think you're right. Set yourself up, your foundation, your systems.
Exactly. Exactly. Do all the behind the scenes stuff, work hard, and you might not see it come to fruition today or tomorrow, but you will next month, down the road, 6, 10, 12, a year from now, 2 years from now. So
Yeah, nice. What do you bring to the table as a realtor when you're meeting with clients? Like, what's setting you apart? What do you offer that gets you more listings?
for myself, I think it always stems back to kind of who I am as a person, and even my social work background and my own core values and beliefs system. I'm very honest and I'm very transparent, and everyone is very eager to kind of go in there and get the deal and get things done. And everyone has such unique situations when you're meeting with them. Not everyone is selling their home for pleasurable reasons. Some people have loved ones, their loved one is dying, so they need to make a hard decision to sell so they could afford a facility to care for them, or they're divorcing, or whatever the situation might be. So just being mindful to that and open and not afraid to have those kind of hard conversations of, I know, of course, I want to get the paperwork signed and get that listing right away, but just being open and very honest and genuine with them and letting them know, like, I understand this is a difficult time and there's no pressure, and let's just figure this out and figure out the path that's best for you.
Mm-hmm. I see the step by step again, the same mantra.
Exactly, the step by step. And those that are happy and eager and want to sell right away, then we're going through those processes right away, right? It's really feeling out your audience and seeing what it is, meeting the client at their own needs and what they need.
Nice, very cool. When
Yes.
you're mentoring new realtors, you're saying some of them had it very difficult with the pandemic and being thrown in the business. So what would be an advice for new realtors who are done and considering quitting real estate at this point?
I think just kind of looking back at themselves, right? And that self-awareness. I know the first agent that we started this mentorship program at the beginning of this year, we brought on a few new agents, and Kate and I were mentoring them. And one of the agents that joined our team, she was actually at that point, and she just felt like she needed something more. So she kind of self-reflect internally at what it was that she was missing. And she realized that she wanted more of a team environment versus being a solo agent in a brokerage.
Yes.
So she reached out. It ended up working out quite well. She came onto our team. Her and I got paired together. And I think just having that support from our entire team, and then also having a mentor, really just changed her complete outlook on real estate. And she's done a complete 180 and she loves it. She has this like renewed love for the industry, and she's remembering why she kind of got licensed and went into it, and loving the support and the team environment, and being able to have that telephone call with me while I'm away in Mexico, and all those great benefits that come with it. And I could not imagine doing it alone without our team supporting me and the admins. So I would say really just looking at what it is that you're lacking. Because the industry and getting the client perspective, that's hard in itself. It doesn't matter if you're on a team or you're by yourself or whatever. There's a work and a grind that goes with that. But what more are you needing?
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it. That's amazing.
Yes.
And being there to mentor, because if you're trying to quit, something didn't work.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
Yeah. Who's an inspiration for you? Who is your mentor?
Within the industry, it's been Rebecca. Rebecca on our team. She was always kind of my go-to, because Kate was always busy, and you just never want to kind of add more stuff on Kate's plate. But Rebecca was phenomenal for me. We were always the older ones on the team, and I just naturally gravitated towards her and her personality. And she's just a wealth of knowledge and kind of those golden nuggets.
Yes.
And she probably appreciates that I call her less and less as the years have gone on. But she's been phenomenal. If I ever have one of those tough situations, I definitely gravitate towards Rebecca. If it's more of a legal perspective, I gravitate towards Jess on the team, because she has that paralegal background. So I do tend to give her a call to kind of just ask her, run some scenarios by her and different things. Different agents bring different things to the table on the team, but those are the two I always gravitated towards.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes.
Such a great team environment.
It is a great team environment. And as we continue growing, there's, newer agents that are gravitating towards different agents on the team, right? So it is nice. I'm able to give back where I felt I was kind of taking for a bit and not contributing as much back to the team. So it is really nice.
Now you're part of it. You're giving back.
Exactly.
So tell us what's exciting coming up in your team or in the industry. What gets you excited in the next coming months?
Right now, it's nice to just kind of relax a bit. I'm not gonna lie, I just got back 2 days ago from vacation. So I'm a bit on kind of that vacay mode still, but just enjoying the summer ahead and looking forward to a bit of a more normal pace with the real estate market. I'm very much looking forward to that. So it's the corrections that have been happening have been extremely welcomed. It does create and open different conversations up with our clients, but that's okay. That there's nothing wrong with that. And that's a great thing. And just continuing to grow. Like we have big plans in the future for our team. Kate's got a few things up her sleeve, and I've got another new mentorship starting in August with another new agent that's coming on. So I'm looking forward to that as well, going into the fall market. So it'll be really nice to have her kind of alongside. And I'll be wrapping up another mentorship in August. So
slowing down, but still busy.
slowing down, but still busy. I'm going to try and enjoy the slower pace of the summer. It's been kind of consistent and crazy for the last 2 years. So I'm hoping it's a little bit quieter this summer. Enjoy some family time, a bit of like staycations, and
I love it. That's amazing.
Yes. That balance, that work-life balance. Yes.
Work-life balance, you're telling everyone that they need to capture.
Yes, and we need to make up for the last 2 years too, right? Of just working.
Of go. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure. Love it. So tell us, where do we find you? Where are you on social media, and where do we find you?
You can find me at agent.lisa on Instagram, and then of course going to our website at teamkate.ca, and then I also have an Agent Lisa Sly on Facebook as well.
Okay, amazing. Thank you for sharing all of those tips for realtors. It's so great to have that perspective and mentorship aspect and helping other realtors really grow.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure talking with you today.
Awesome. Thanks for joining. If you know anyone who could benefit from this episode, please share.